Hey everyone, Nitesh this side. So let's start with the question. So the question is for sum 2. So you have given four integer array num1, num2, num3 and num4. All are of length n and you have to return the input. Basically 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃, it will be the sum of that pointer is equal to 0. So let's see the question what it's asking. So we have this num1, num2, num3 and num4 and we have to sum the array of each element which gives the sum of as 0. So basically we need to do is num I plus num j plus num k plus num l equal to 0. Okay, so if I give you an example, it's basically 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 1 plus 2. It will be 0. Similarly, one more example will be 2 plus minus 1 plus 0. It will be also. Okay, so I hope you got the question. So let's see the approach what we can do. So if I go with the base approach that I was thinking, so what we can do, we will basically loop all over the element. So basically first loop will be over num1, then your second loop will be on num2. Similarly, we have num3 and we have num4. Okay, and we'll check if their sum is equal to 0. Then we increase, well, let me take a counter variable. Then we increase the counter by 1 and we just return the counter. Okay, so if you can see the constraint of the question, it is 200 basically. So if I mention it here, it is 200. Okay, now how can we optimize it? Basically, if we use this approach, so this will cause us basically four loops. So for one it is 200, for four it will be basically 200 into 200 into 200 and into 2. So as you can see, this is quite large, so we can't take this approach. Okay, so as our previous approach is taking so much time, so we will need to optimize it. So how can we optimize it? We can use some sort of a hash. Okay, so what we will do, we will take any array and store it in a hash. Okay, so what I will do, I will take the num4 and store it in a hash. Okay, so this will be like this. So I will take the first element and I will push it in a hash. Similarly, I will take the second element and I will push it hash and increase it value by 1. Okay, if it is not present, the by default value is 0, and after that I will increment it by 1 step. So what I will do, I will go to, so let me take a count variable. I will loop over first element. Similarly, I will loop over second element, and similarly I will loop over third element, and I will basically calculate the sum from here. Okay, a plus b plus c. Now my question condition is a plus b plus c plus d is equal to 0. Okay, if I know the d result, I just need to do is basically d is equal to minus a plus b plus c. Okay, so if a plus b plus c negative is present in my map, that means I got the sum as 0. So what I will do, I will do this sum into equal to minus 1 and I will check if, basically not if, I will just do it like count plus equal to map dot get this sum. Okay, so if I got as value 1, so I will store it and I just return the count. Okay, now what's the problem with this approach also? Basically, I'm taking again 3 loops. So the previous one is having order of n to the power 4, but for this we have order of n cube. We optimize it, but the question constraint is not not so small, so we need to optimize this more further. So what we can do is basically we will go with the same approach. So instead of one array, what we will do basically we will take two array in a hash map. Okay. So what I will do, I will take it like this. So basically hash will be like this. I will first push the sum of these two elements in the hash, and after that we will do. So how can I push it? So I will do -1 plus 0 equal to -1 plus 0 is -1. So I will put it -1 and with the value of 1. Again I will do -1 plus 2 which is equal to 1. So I will push it in the hash map. So 1. Again I will do 2 plus 0 which is equal to 2. And I will push it and I will have a value of 1. Similarly, I will push 2 plus 2 which is equal to 4. So 4 and a value of 1. Okay, so this my hash is created. Now I will only loop over this two element. Okay, so I will do for a in num1, similarly for b in num2, and I will calculate the sum first. A plus b. Now as I already told you, like a plus b plus c plus d equal to 0. This is the quotient condition. So we have already c plus d in our map. So c plus d is already present. So what we need is negative of a plus b in the second array. Is it there or not? So what we will do, sum into equal to -1, and we just do one thing. Let me take a count variable. Count equal to 0, and we will check. We just do plus equal to map dot get basically this sum. Is it present or not? If it is present, then it will increase my counter and I just return the count. Okay, let's try run this. So in num1 a we have, let's go with a equal to 1 and b equal to -2. So this will be equal to 1 plus -2 which is equal to -1. So -1 we have already in our map. So this will increase our counter. So our counter will increase by 1. So counter is now 1. Similarly, now b will update to -1. What we will do, 1 minus 1. Now the sum is 0. So this is not, so sum is equal to 0. This is not present in our map. So our count remains 1 only. Then our a will update to 2. And our b will be point to -2. And we do 2 minus 2 is 0. So similarly 0 is also not present in our map. So we'll increase the pointer of -2 by -1, and we will do 2 minus 1 which is equal to 1, and we see 1 is present in our map, so we increase the counter by 1. Okay, now what's the time complexity for this? So time complexity for this is we just iterate over two loops. So for this it equal to order of n square and plus order of n square for storing it to the hash map or a hash map, and the space will be, we just basically store it into the hash map, so it will be also of order of n square. Okay, so let's write the code for this. So let me take a counter variable. Okay, what we will do, we will take a map also. We just need an integer over integer array, and we iterate over first. Let me just do like c equal to num3, and for int d equal to nums4. I'm just using an loop. You can use any loop, and we calculate the sum for them, c plus d. And what we will do, basically map dot put this sum, and we need to check whether this sum is already present or not. So how we'll do, we will check map dot get, and there is one more function, get over default also. Let's say this sum is not present in the map, so it will give a default value to that sum also. Sum equal to 0. If it is not present, then give 0. If it is present, then give that value plus 1. And similar, so this will create our map. Then we need to check the sum. So how can we check that? So we will just do for int a over first array, then we do int b over second array, and we need to calculate sum equal to a plus b, and I already told you we need to negate this sum, so equal to -1, and we increase our count by map dot get or default. Basically, let's say the sum is also not present in the map, then we need a default value, and we do sum 0. Okay, by this we get the default value or the sum value in the hash map, and we return the count. So let's run the code and see. Hope it will run. So let's submit. So it is submitted, and as you can see, the time limit exit I got when I use the for loop, basically the problem. So that's why it is giving the time limit exit. So I hope that's good. So I hope you like that video.